And I know everybody listening to this wants a copy, but how many people are listening to this?
Right, right. Oh, nice segue, by the way, because that was one of the things I've been mulling over and going, okay, one of the things I want to try doing with A Moment of Service and the Please Hold for Dave Sim, the next Kickstarter that we're going to be doing is for Cerebus Archive number 9, and we're getting ramped up on that because the High Society Regency edition books have come in North Carolina. Print number 1 is being printed and put with them. It's going to be shipped out, which means those books will start arriving in all of the pledge partners' mailboxes who ordered one way back when the earth was still cooling, and that's the signal that I want to use to do the next Kickstarter when I'm doing a Kickstarter is okay. Now you've got positive feedback. You paid for this. You waited for this. It finally came in. Now here's the next project. While you're psyched about the ownership of the thing that you waited on. The Cerebus Archive number 9. It's like, okay, I want to offer something to the A Moment of Cerebus people, and not just the A Moment of Cerebus people. The absolute psychos that actually listen to Please Hold for Dave Sim all the way through, coming up on the end of hour number 2. And it's like, you should get something for that. You should have some sort of reward for that level of interest and that level of dedication. However many of you there are, 5, 6, 9. I'm hazarding a guess. Michael R. and a handful of other people. Listen to all of this. So I've got I had Sean look up Cerebus Archive number 8, and okay, what did it go for? And pretty much what I remembered, it was $100 US, and the Canadian dollar is appreciating like crazy. So it's one of those, well, okay, $100 US was much better news when Cerebus Archive number 8 came out, and it's going to be on Cerebus Archive number 9. But let's leave that aside. What we're going to do is something nice for the A Moment of Cerebus people who are actually listening to Please Hold for Dave Sim. What I'm going to do with Cerebus Archive number 9, and because of the new add-ons thing that they've got at Kickstarter, you will be able this time to be able to buy any of the 9 Cerebus Archive portfolios that you're interested in getting. And what we're going to do with the pricing is, if you buy 1 portfolio, you pay full price. If you buy 2 portfolios, you get 5% off. 3 portfolios, you get 10% off. 4 portfolios, you get 15% off. You see where I'm going with this, all the way up to 9 portfolios at 45% off. You can buy 9 Cerebus Archive number 9. You can buy 3 number 1s. You can buy 1 number 1, 1 number 2, 1 number 3, 1 number 9. It's up to you. All it's going to have on the Kickstarter is the pricing. If you're buying international, or you're buying in the United States, or you're buying in Canada, this is what you're going to be paying, and this is the postage charge on top of it for this many portfolios. You put in the comments section or in your backer report, these are the portfolios that we want. Those will be relayed to us here at the Off-White House, and Rolly, who is scrupulous about making sure everybody gets exactly what they want, will be collecting all of these and saying, okay, each of the packages is going to be put together for each individual exactly the way they want it done. You can have the portfolios personalized to other people. You want to buy 3 of them for Christmas gifts, and you're buying 4, including your own. Hey, guess what? You definitely get yours at a much lower price. I'll be happy to personalize them to whoever you want me to personalize them to. Merry Christmas, whoever. Happy anniversary, Doris and Steve, or whoever it is, on any of the portfolio. You just have to put that in the comments or email that to Sean. He'll relay it to Rolly. Rolly shows it to me while I'm doing the front labels, and I will make sure that everything gets done exactly the way you want it done. Getting to the please hold for Dave Sims side of this. If you are within the sound of my voice and you still use physical checks, you're an old person like me, you actually prefer to use physical checks. It makes you break out in hives to use PayPal and all that sort of stuff like that there. Send a check for not $100, not $95, not $90, $85 US, postage covered, to Aardvark Anaheim. And if you're on our list, if you've ordered Cerebus Archive before and you've got a Cerebus Archive number, Rolly is going to know that. You just have to send the check and say, this is my number, and we will make sure that you get the number, and we'll make sure that you get it as soon as the Kickstarter is over. And this is only for the people who are within the sound of my voice. Or if you want to cheat and tell people that don't listen to these old for Dave Sim what the deal is, that's fine too. But I am a guy that prefers physical checks. I would rather, if I get a check for $85, I don't have to pay Kickstarter anything. I don't have to pay Amazon anything. So consequently, I can pass the savings on to you. And, this is for Michael R., number 26. This is for Jeff Seiler, number 301. Rolly and I have a bunch of the numbers memorized at this point. It's not going to be a problem getting you the number. You send in the check. You don't even have to jump onto the Kickstarter. It's like, no, we've got you covered. The discount for you extends from the $85. The 5% off that you're going to get on Kickstarter if you order 2 portfolios, you can take the 5% off of the $85 if you're ordering 2. You take 10% off the $85. Again, you see where I'm going with this. The more portfolios we can sell at one time, the lower the shipping costs are. We can put them all in 1 or 2 or 3 of the folders and tape the folders together, and they will arrive in perfect condition. So that's one of those. This should tell me, I think, I'll see if you can back me up on this, Matt. This should tell me how many people actually listen to this.
It'll tell you how many people listen and still use checks.
Right.
I mean,
right.
I can't see people not wanting to take advantage of this. I mean, check, or I guess they could send a money order, maybe?
Yeah, I mean, where this usually washes up on the shoals is that Lee Sacker in England is sitting there going, I can't do money orders, and I can't do checks. Why can't I do PayPal? And it's like, well, that's one of the drawbacks of being in England, that they, whatever it costs you to buy a money order, you're going to pay as much for the money order as you're going to pay for the money that you're sending. It's the UK, particularly since Brexit, they don't want UK dollars leaving the UK major cut on it, and unless they're discouraging you from doing that. So PayPal is usually the only way to get the money here if you're in the UK. So, but again, in the UK, then you're talking about, well, okay, it's going to cost $45 to ship an $85 portfolio. If you want to throw that money in on top in terms of shipping, and if you want to go to Cerebus downloads and use the keystroke where you go, here's $9-10 donations or $9-10 payments, PayPal payment, and then leave a phone message here 519-576-0610 or relay an email by fax saying, Dave, I'm paying at Cerebus Downloads. This is what I paid. This is what I want to get. You're going to have to do the heavy lifting on your end. There's no way that this is going to be easy. That's why Kickstarter works, because that's the easiest that we can get it. This is the easiest I can get it, except for Lee Thacker. Lee is the only guy that takes it in the neck when I do stuff like this, and I sincerely apologize, Lee. You're going to have to find a workaround on it. Everybody else, if you've got checks lying around somewhere, you actually own envelopes, you know what a stamp is, you can write the Aardvark Vanaheim address and not even break a sweat, and then drop it in a mailbox. There you go. You're all taken care of, even before the Kickstarter starts.
Okay, I will. I don't know if I'm going to advertise this, or it's probably just going to be there's a special offer, but listen, and if you hear it, you hear it.
Yes. I mean, that's sort of cheating as well, because there are people who go, special offer. Okay, I'll never listen to this crap. I'll listen to it if it's got a special offer on there somewhere. That's fine. At least they're tuned in enough to a moment of Cerebus to check in from time to time. It's just one of those. I keep trying to figure out, how do you reward the people who are actually the most ardent fans with something that they get for being the most ardent fan? And it seems like, well, okay, it's, please hold for Dave soon. Coming up to the bottom of 2 hours. If you actually listen to this, and it's like, some people just listen to podcasts as a matter of course. Some people, just aren't podcast kind of people, and this is sort of like a podcast. But it's far more of an inside kind of thing. It's like we all know what we're talking about. We all know who each other is. These are the core audience of the core audience of the core audience, and something has to be done to say, wow, thanks for being the only people who really, really, really care about this. I mean, really, 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 really care about this. Add as many reallys in there as you think are necessary to convey the concept.
The only other thing I could think you could offer would be to go through the 3,000 pages that Aardvark Vanaheim still physically has the pages for, and pull out Dave's favorite page that isn't necessarily the first 10 pages of a graphic novel, or one of the volumes, and make a print of that. And when you buy on the Kickstarter, in the survey at the end, it says, "Is there anything else we need to know?" Have everybody that listens put in Swordfish, and they get a print of that signed and numbered to however many people say Swordfish.
Or they get a nice picture of a swordfish. I mean, come on. No, that's actually a good idea. I was thinking of that as well, because one of the pages that isn't the first 10 of women, which is what Can 9 is the portfolio for.
Wait, isn't Can 9 for reads?
No, I don't think so.
Because Can 7... Hold on a second. Let me do the... Can 8 was women. Can 9 is reads.
Can 8 was women. Can 9 is reads.
Yeah.
Okay. Why is that not ringing a bell with me? Because it's been a year and a half since I wrote all the notes on it. That's right. No, that's right. That's
because I missed out on 8 because I was broke and didn't have the $100. And I do have 7, and 7 is flight, and it's flight. Women reads minds.
Okay. One of the ones that got missed on women in that case, because it wasn't the first 10 pages in the Cerebus archive, was the last page splash of Elrod as Swoon, or as Snuff, the death parody. So I was thinking that's probably something that people would want, and exactly what you're saying. We can throw in an extra page without doing anything to the transportation weight. It's still going to cost the same amount to send it. So yeah, let's do a combination of those. If you mention swordfish in your comments, you will get whatever the swordfish bonus is, and you also get the opportunity to pay in advance for $85 instead of $100, and 5% off on each of the progression of portfolios that you get. 5% off for 2, 10% off for 3, 15% off for 4. Do the math yourself. Write the check, and we'll see if we can get together on this. And if there's a reason that you would have participated in this, you are within the sound of my voice. You are listening to Dave and Matt. You are interested, and you would have gone for the deal, but, and ... please let us know what the but is, so that if we can figure out a way to accommodate you, so instead of a but, you're actually included in all of this, then we will move heaven and earth to make sure that you are included.
Okay. I will find a way of letting people know without letting people know.
Right. And that's going to be your call as well. Like, how interesting do we want to make this, and how much do we want to just make it? No, let's just leave it at, here we are together. You had no idea that you were going to get this special offer just by listening to Dave Sim blather for 2 hours. But because you consider that entertainment, and you consider that a worthwhile use of your time, once a month listening to Dave Sim blather for 2 hours, I think that you should get something special that somebody else doesn't get, because they just don't have the stomach for listening to Dave Sim blather.
Okay. I'm game, because I don't have to do anything.
As a matter of fact, yes, the less that you do, the more it's going to work the way that we want it to, theoretically, anyway.
Right.
Okay, well, do say hello to the student of the year for me.
Will do.
And, say hello to Paula, and say hello to Natasha for me as well.
Will do.
Okay, have a good month, Matt.
You too, Dave, and God willing the creek don't rise, we'll be back for July.